Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, what's my brethren in Italy? Shout out to Italy. Got the Italian throwback World Cup jersey on. Good hand-me-downs. But anyway, I'm kind of mad that I'm making this video, man. Be honest with you. I'm very disappointed to hear this news, but I got to talk about it. Um, So recently, if you guys have been paying attention to the heavyweight division, aside from Wilder Joshua, there was a purse bid that took place recently for Kubret, Pulev, and Jarrell Big Baby Miller. Pulev, I think Epic Entertainment or whatever in Bulgaria or something like that. They won the purse bid for like $2.1 million or somewhere in that range. And the fight was supposed to take place in Pulev's hometown of Bulgaria, but as it was reported earlier today, as I'm making this video, Jarrell Miller's team have stated that they will refuse to go to Bulgaria for the IBF title eliminator against Pulev, and that's the news as per ESPN. So, what do we even start here? What do we even start? Let's start from the Jarrell Miller side of things, man. As you guys know, Jarrell Miller is someone that I've had a chance to talk to quite a few times. I interviewed him earlier this year, actually, briefly. And he's a friend of the channel. I would say he's a friend of the channel. Shout out to Jarrell Miller. But this is very disappointing because, when we look at his career, he's built himself up. His last 4 or 5 fights, fighting Fred Cassie, then fighting Gerald Washington, then fighting Marius Wack, then fighting who he fought last? I don't remember who he fought last, but he slowly but surely, made his career. He stepped up his level of opponents as the fights go on. Even if it was a small step in quality, there were steps nonetheless. And now you get to see him. He's been complaining about for years about how these guys are ducking him, how these guys don't want to fight him and all this stuff. And then now opportunity comes, maybe not in circumstances he'd like, but an opportunity comes where you can fight a guy, and if you win the fight, all of a sudden you're in that mandatory position that yourself you need to be in due to the fact that you're not a big name, you don't have a big promoter behind you, and you're not going to bring that much money to the table for a guy to fight you. You would be in that much needed mandatory spot to potentially challenge Anthony Joshua for a world title down the line. And now the fight with Pulev gets sorted, and they had a venue, they had a place that was going to take place in, and your team has decided to pull out of the fight. So it is worth noting that Jarrell Miller made a post on Instagram. The last picture he posted from the time making this video on Instagram was a picture of him and Casanova, the rapper, the one that was having a big beef with Tekashi 6ix9ine. They took a picture together, and in the comments, I did actually ask him straight up. I said, Jarrell, why aren't you fighting Pulev? Like, respectfully, I said, why aren't you fighting Pulev? Because I want to hear from himself. I don't want to assume that this guy is ducking Pulev. But I mean, if it's him behind this, or refused to not go to Bulgaria and fight Kubret Pulev after his team won the purse bid, and it's an eliminator fight to put him in a position to potentially fight Anthony Joshua, then it's a duck. It's a duck, straight up. There's no way else to call it. And if that's the case, then I'm highly disappointed. Highly disappointed in Jarrell Miller. Even if he's not the one behind it, regardless, I'm disappointed that he's not going to fight Pulev in an eliminator fight, because he isn't. I mean, I followed his career. I had a chance to talk to him on my fair share of occasions. Jarrell is someone that he knows what he's up against in this boxing game. He knows what he needs to do. He knows that he needs to, in order for him to get a title shot or have that big fight that can take his career to where he would like it to go, he needs to be in a mandatory position. He's not going to be one of those guys that they just call out and they voluntarily fight, because he's very high risk, and he's low reward as well, because you're not going to get a lot. Like, if you're a Wilder or Joshua, you're not going to get a lot of reward beating Jarrell Miller. Simple as that. Because if you're Joshua and you fight Jarrell Miller, that's looked up. No disrespect to Jarrell Miller, but the public perception of that fight is, that's a fight that Joshua is taking as a safe fight to debut in America. And as for Wilder, it's looked at as a fight that Wilder should win as well. And that's no disrespect to Jarrell. That's just reality of public perception. Okay, so the Pulev fight would have been a chance for Jarrell to one, step up his level of opposition, So that's number one. Number two, fight a guy in Pulev who is a world rated top 10 fighter, universally recognized as a top 10 heavyweight, and if he would look sensational in Bulgaria, somewhere away from the States, then that would reflect good on him, and his stock goes up as a fighter. And he himself, should he do well against Pulev, probably winds up feeling better about his own career. But for Jarrell, it's just another roadblock. So we'll see how things continue to develop for Jarrell. But that's the news, man. Jarrell Miller and his team have stated that they're not going to Bulgaria under any circumstances to fight Kubret Pulev. The purse bid was won by Pulev and his team to put the fight in Bulgaria. I believe they were saying September 1st was the date they were looking at. So just really the word that I can emphasize with Jarrell is I'm just very disappointed. Very disappointed that it's not happening. I would like to get some clarity. So who knows, man. I have his number on my phone. I might go text Jarrell. Maybe he'll see this video. We don't know. I might go text Jarrell myself and say, hey, man, why isn't this Pulev fight happening? Because just someone who has a vested interest in his career. I like boxing, so I have a vested interest in everybody's career. But there's certain fighters, that I've come to know or interviewed multiple times, or just where I have a little bit more interest in their careers. Like guys, that's why when you guys hear me talk about like guys like Adrian Granados, Jarrell Miller, Sinisa Estrada, these are people that maybe I mean, some of them I know deeper than others. Like Granados is like a really good friend. I can talk to him casually, like he's my brother. Like it's like that. And then with Jarrell, I don't only talk to him like that, but we have a good rapport, and with Sinisa Estrada, we have a good rapport as well. So. But those fighters like that, I've taken an interest in their careers, and when things like this happen, I'm interested to see what happened, why it happened, and all that stuff. So hopefully I get to find something out from Jarrell soon, because this is a fight that he really needed for his career if he wanted to get to that top level that he's been shooting for and that he thinks he can get to. So that's the news. Once again, Jarrell Miller is not going to be fighting Kubret Pulev. His team has stated that they're not going to Bulgaria, despite the fact that Pulev's team, fair and square, won the purse bid. They put up about $2.1 million or something along those lines. So, you guys can let me know what you think in the comments down below about Jarrell Miller and his team, Jarrell Miller not fighting Kubret Pulev in this IBF Eliminator fight that was scheduled to happen sometime in September, because Pulev's team won the purse bid earlier this week. Leave your comments down below. Take the time to subscribe. Like I say in every single video, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dania. So until next time, take care, guys.